This lesson will teach you how to create voice in your writing. Good writers establish a tone in order to connect to their readers. Tone is the attitude of the writer towards his or her subject. When writers use tone in this way, it helps them create a connection to their audience. Tone is a feeling or an emotion that the author has that is conveyed through their writing. Let's look at the first lines of each of the voices on this slide. Think about, what is the tone? What does the author do differently for each of the voices? The first voice says, "It was time to take Victoria, our pedigree Labrador, and Charles, our son, for a walk." The second voice says, "I needed to get out of the house, so me and Smudge took the dog to the park." The third voice says, "I was at home on my own again. It was so boring. Then my mother said that it was time for our walk." The fourth voice says, "Dad had been really fed up, so I was happy when he said we could take Albert to the park." What is the tone that the author has? What voice is coming through to you as a reader? Here's another example of using tone in your writing to add voice. The first story is, "Just about a week ago, my teacher had a rip in his pants. It was really funny. I didn't see it right away, but someone told me, then I saw it, and I wanted to laugh, but held it in. Eventually, someone told him, and everyone started to laugh. Later, he went home to change." Now, retell this story as a student who likes the teacher. What would change in order to show that tone of affection? Now that you've written that story, rewrite the story as a student who doesn't like the teacher. How is this story going to be different from the first one that you wrote that shows a bit of disdain for the teacher? Now it's time to apply what you've learned to your writing task. What kinds of tones would be appropriate? Are your characters feeling joyful? Are they feeling sad? Are they feeling overwhelmed or upset? Will the tones in your text change throughout? Will it start off very upset and end very happy, or vice versa? And how will your tone as the writer affect your reader? Will those emotions translate clearly through your writing into the experience that your reader has? Think about that as you start your rough draft.